This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. So this is the claim that the District of DC filed this lawsuit against Polymer80. Now they're saying on its website, Polymer80 claims that these weapons, which include AR-15 automatic rifles, a 308 semi-automatic rifle, and at least 7 types of handguns, are no more than 80% complete. Now, consumer can purchase the lower receiver of the rifle and handgun frames along with other materials. Generally, the trigger barrel and fire pin, all which is available in stock on Polymer80 website, needed to complete the receiver and handgun frame into a fully functional form. The consumer then receives those material via mail. What up, this is DC Channel Guns, coming at you another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all for coming to the video. Appreciate all the support and love. Appreciate everything that y'all do for the 2A community. And like I said before, the #1 goal over here is to uphold the Constitution, defend the Second Amendment. We're going to keep our foot on the gas over here. And y'all the star. I'm just the messenger, people. I'm just the average citizen trying to preserve the Second Amendment for future generations. It's going to take all of us. No one can do it. Your politicians, your superstars, none of your actors, none of these celebrity type people, they can't do it. Because if they could, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. So with that said, you just seen a preview of this lawsuit when it comes to Polymer80 and stuff. Now we're talking about the District of Washington, D.C. Now, some of you probably know about this lawsuit, some of you probably don't. Now, the District DC is pretty much saying that, you know, it violates their Consumer Protection Act policy in DC, that, you know, Polymer80 is putting out false advertisement, false claims about their product, and they'll sell it to consumers in DC. Now, the problem with this is just like any other lawsuit when it comes against formerly pretty much the ghost guns and everything. You know, they're alleged that, you know, oh, well, they're finding them on the streets and they're being, you know, linked to crimes and stuff. But the whole narrative is that, you know, where police can't trace it to the sale point or whatever the case may be, trace these farms because they don't have serial numbers. I'm talking about for a long time, we've been having guns, even before Polymer80, that I'm talking about a long time ago. I'm talking about it's still happening. You have farms that the serial number has pretty much been scratched off and the police can't trace none of that. I'm talking about there's a lot of weapons that has been used in crimes that's not even a gun that, you know, the police can't trace. You know, you can use people using hammers, baseball bats, whatever the case may be, you know, some type of blunt object, using them in crimes that police can't link nothing. They don't have nothing to follow, you know, to link it to. So I'm talking about this claim that Polymer80 is violating their Consumer Protection Act. I'm talking about this is something that a lot of states has been doing, that's coming out pretty much going against these ghost guns. I have covered California and stuff when it comes to these ghost guns and stuff like that, where, you know, where the homemade guns and stuff that you have, you know, the anti-gunner that's pretty much keep coming after. You have a lot of these groups and stuff, organizations coming after these ghost guns and stuff because, hey, you know, you build it yourself kit, they call it. And, you know, the problem is, I'm talking about, I'm talking about a person constitutionally can build, you know, their own weapon. I'm talking about constitutionally. Now, if you're prohibited from building these weapons and stuff, then, you know, there's on you. I'm talking about, you know, Polymer80, they have nothing to do with someone who's trying, you know, who's, you know, getting a farm or whatever that they shouldn't be owning. That's not their problem. You know, that boils down to the person. So, you know, this is what some of the argument is, you know, when I look at some of the argument against the lawsuits and stuff like that against Polymer80. I'm talking about the thing is, at the end of the day, you can't stop people from building a weapon. I'm talking about people going to build weapons at home, no matter if it's Polymer80 or a wooden stick. I'm talking about any type of kit that you can build something. But there's a lot of tools that people use to commit crimes and stuff like that that the police can't trace. And there's a lot of things finding in crimes and stuff that is not even farms, but, you know, they don't talk about that. So, you know, this is another thing where you have states are pretty much ganging up on Polymer80 and stuff like that. And their whole goal is to pretty much just keep just pounding and coming after these companies and stuff, especially gun manufacturers and stuff like that, until they give in. trying to just make them stop selling these things and stuff like that. That's all they're doing. So what states are doing is pretty much trying to ban these build yourself kits and the Polymer80s and stuff like that. They're trying to ban them out of their states and stuff like that. That is the whole goal of this. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of farms that, you know, the serial number is stretched and police cannot trace them. There's plenty of evidence, and they're claiming that a high percentage of these guns have been found, you know, in crimes and on the streets and stuff like that. Now, like I said before, at the end of the day, anybody can go to your local hardware store, buy a 2x4 hammer, you know, some type of object or whatever, you know, and there's no background check, there's no ID, none of that, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm talking about, this is just a lot of noise to try to pretty much, you know, bring down Polymer80, keep coming after gun manufacturers. This is what these companies, this is what these groups are doing out there. And, you know, these groups, I'm talking about, quite sure they're sponsored by Bloomberg. He's always linked to these things, and, you know, his mom's against action and stuff like that. You know, these groups, this is what they do. They just keep pounding at the sand and stuff. But like I said, I had covered this so much. I really, you know, it's to the point where, you know, you cannot stop people from doing what they're going to do. No matter what laws you put in place, we see that now. You have a lot of criminals with guns and stuff, whether they're Polymer80s or not. So crimes can be committed all kinds of ways, and we know that. So just want to talk about that a little bit. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.